It is considered one of the most celebrated streets in America, if not the world. It's Bourbon Street in New Orleans. Just after midnight Sunday morning, the party screeched to a halt in the French Quarter after a shooting left 9 people wounded, 2 of them in critical condition. It happened just 2 blocks from historic Jackson Square. Here's what police say happened. 2 armed men, they say, got into an argument, and New Orleans police believe both of them fired shots into the crowd. No arrests have been made. This is the 3rd major shooting on Bourbon Street in the last 3 years. Bourbon Street was crowded that night, leaving plenty of eyewitnesses, one of them our own Christian Jennings from Local 15, and Christian is with me now. She was on Bourbon Street for a bachelorette party when she and her friends heard the shots and saw a whole lot more. And Christian, first of all, you were close enough, you heard the shots, and then you saw a lot of the aftermath. Let's start with, and we'll show some security camera video in just a second, let's start with what you heard that got your attention.
Well, my friends and I were actually getting ready to go home. I was there for one of my very best friends' bachelorette parties, and we were getting ready to go home. That's when we heard pow, pow, pow. We heard several rounds of fire, and it took just a second to realize what was going on. You hear so much noise on Bourbon Street, obviously.
And we're going to roll that video because
we're showing the video. This is from surveillance. The gunman, after looking at the video, you can see is at the top left-hand corner. He's standing there at that intersection.
We're going to go in close.
I was a little less than a block away, so I was just outside of where that camera is when the shooting occurred, and the woman that you see on the ground there, and you actually see me in the video.
That's you on the sidewalk up there.
Right.
Okay. And
I was just told that she was dead. I heard the gunshots, and I didn't know if anyone had been shot until I looked over and saw a woman lying in the street. So I walked over there to see if she was still alive, to see if there was anything I could do, and that's when I was told by several men that had already checked her pulse, it looked like, that she was dead. So I assumed that she was dead. We now know that no one was killed in that shooting, that I'm assuming she's the one that's in critical condition. I, of course, don't know that to be a fact.
Actually, we've been told 2 people in critical condition right now. So right now, we have not heard if that condition has changed. That picture right there, you can see the flash of the gun muzzle. That's up close. We've enhanced that back in our control room. And there is a picture coming up here, Christian, and I'm sure you didn't see this guy because you were down the block, but New Orleans police have released a picture coming up in just a second of at least one of the shooters. That's him right there.
Wow.
You did not see where the shots came from. You just saw the aftermath.
No, I heard the gunfire, but I did not see the shooter. I didn't see where he was standing, but I knew that it was very close to me because, you know, I've obviously covered a lot of shootings in the 6 years that I've been a reporter, but I've never been there to actually hear the gunshots and to be that close to it. And then to see people running and screaming. When I walked down the sidewalk to get to where that woman was standing, I saw blood splatter everywhere. You know, I've never been that close to something like this, something so catastrophic.
And closing real quickly here, you were telling me you will go back to New Orleans. That's
right.
A town you love, but at the same time, being that close to it all, you realize you really could have been a victim at that time.
Yes, it makes you cautious, and realizing that I was less than a block away and that woman that was on the ground was so close to me, we could have easily been shot. And I was there with my very best friend, so it was just a terrifying moment. We got in a cab right away and went back to our hotel and, you know, just let the police handle it from there.
Okay, thanks for sharing that with us. We're going to have much more later today at 5 and 6, and we're glad you're safe.
Thanks, Darwin.
All right, thanks for sharing that with us so much.